Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing a memory keeping video in my Happy Planner for the week of May 27th through June 2nd of 2024. And I really like pre-laying out my weeks, because it makes these go by so much faster. And I apologize if you hear anything in the background. My nephew is home with us today, and he is watching Ninja Turtles, and he's very excited. So if you hear some yelling in the background, that is an 11-year-old really enjoying his TV show, and that's just life. So, but anyways, I even figured out my sidebar situation. Um, and I actually end up adding something later at the end of the video, just because I had a box that I had pulled, and somewhere along the way I got kind of confused with the stickers. Oh, there's my head and my glasses. Um, I call those my house glasses. I don't wear them to work very often because they don't have blue light lenses in them. They're just a pair of glasses I got a few years back. And yeah, so, but anyways, you didn't need to know about my glasses. But the book I am using is one that I got from Michaels on clearance. There's not a name on it, so I call it the Lovely Blooms book, just because it's a bunch of flowers, and it shows something on the front that says Lovely Blooms or something like that. But anyways, so now we are getting into the day by day. This was the week of Memorial Day in 2024, so I'm going to put that down, and then I'm going to put that it was a day off. So what I did that day is I spent most of the day playing Sims 4. I actually haven't played The Sims in probably over a year at this point. I've opened it to play it, but I'm not as into it as I used to be, and it's not because I think The Sims 4 is a bad game, or that it's glitchy or whatever. I don't necessarily like the situation with EA being bought, if that makes sense. So, but I also like journaling and stuff. Pretty much takes up my time. It's a big hyperfixation right now, and has been since 2025, beginning of 2025. So, but anyways, and then my aunt came by and brought us leftovers from the get together at her mom's house, and my great aunt, her house. Anyways, so moving on to Tuesday, our cat Luke, who was not an inside cat yet, but was an outside cat at the time. He's now an inside cat. He's the one who was in my car and traveled very far. Anyways, he was getting kind of feisty, and but that was because I was probably playing with him before I left for work. And then I worked through lunch, just to get caught up that day. I had a Devour meal. I'm guessing that was a frozen dinner. I'm marking down that I needed to catch up, and then I marked down that my mom cooked dinner. I did not write down what she cooked, so there's that. But I ate it, and apparently it was delicious because, spoiler alert, I had leftovers the next day for work. For lunch at work, I'm marking down that it was Edison Day, so I'm using this light bulb sticker to mark that. I had 2 closings that day, and 1 closing happened in the morning before lunch. And then, yeah, here's where I'm going to mark down my leftovers. And then in the afternoon, I had my second closing. And I'm also marking that it was National Alligator Day. So I'm just going to write all of that in. handwriting is a little atrocious because my wrists have been hurting me. My carpal tunnel has been uh, acting up quite a bit. I've been sleeping with my braces on, taking medicine, doing everything I need to do. It just doesn't always work out. And if you hear me scratching, I'm sorry. My arm itched. And then on Thursday, it was payday. And my mom came and had lunch with me that day. I don't know what we had for lunch, but, you know, we had lunch together. And then I'm marking down that I had another closing. And that it was a super crazy day. And I actually had more, but because of the size of the stickers that I used, because I don't always take into consideration when I pre-pull these, the space that I have available. So there's that. But, yeah, I think that pretty much summed up that Thursday. I'm guessing. Because there was, it was other stuff, and it was wacky holidays and stuff like that. So, oh, and I did fit in that it was Mint Julep Day. Because apparently I thought that was important to mark. So, I've never actually had a mint julep. I don't even know what's in a mint julep. It doesn't sound very good. But I do like mojitos. So, random fact. And then on Friday, I was late to work. My back was hurting, and my sugar got low while at work. So apparently, the top section was my complaint section. And then I got off at 4 that day. And my nephew was coming home. So. And yeah. Okay, now moving on to Saturday. It was Red Rose Day. These stickers didn't have a red rose, so I put this, I think that's a poppy. I don't know flowers. I played more Sims 4 that day, and while I did that, I watched Will and Grace. And I'm going to adjust this sticker because it went down super crooked, and I couldn't figure out, like, the best way to do it. I think I take it up again. Or did I cut that out? Oh, no. Okay, so I apparently didn't fight with it too much. I watched Will and Grace. It was nail polish day, and then I binge watched Pam and Tommy that night. And the only reason I did that is Sebastian Stan. So, yeah. And it was a trip. I'll just say that. So on June 2nd, it was Cancer Survivors Day, and then I did some writing. And I'm using the sticker I put down for writing is actually a little bit anachronistic because People Eagle was not a shop that existed in 2024, but since I'm doing these in 2026, that does not matter. I binge watched Under the Bridge, and it was Rotisserie Chicken Day, and then that sticker I'm putting down there at the bottom, I actually end up picking back up and putting over on my sidebar. But anyways, Under the Bridge was a very good show. I watched it because Riley Keough, she's an amazing actress. Just putting that out there. Daisy Jones and the Six, watch it. It's amazing if you want to watch something with her. But yeah, I'm picking up the sticker and I'm putting it over on my sidebar. And I decided that I needed to put something in there, and so I put that it was a very good but busy week. But anyways, we are getting close to the end of the video, so I'm going to tell you to have a good day, a good week, stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!